Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to an unexpected Signature Stone grading review day. Today is a big deal in general in Marvel Contest of Champions because not only do we have some bundles to grade, but the Summer SmackDown Boss Rush is now available, and we'll have to be doing a separate video at that on some point. I do want to say I've heard from so many of you who commented on that video I posted very late this morning on the updated Android issues. And so it makes me always feel a little guilty to be able to have this access to the game, even on my iPhone 6. And, you know, for those traditional haters of Androids who are like, well, they're just old phones, they knew they needed to upgrade. That is not true in this case. There are quite a few people who've told me that their phone's like maybe a year old, and yet they can't download the game as of last night. So sorry that you're maybe seeing what the game looks like right now through this video on my screen. I hope that Kabam fixes it for you because I can't imagine the nightmare that is not being able to finish your paths in Alliance Quest and be ready for the boss rush. I know people on the Android phones that had access to the game but were already worried about it because the lag was so bad that it was either getting them knocked out or forcing them to reset their fights and have that be something of, a huge issue. Okay, so we know, unfortunately, that 2020 is the year of SigFlation when it comes to normal Signature Stone bundles. Now, in Kabam's defense, for that once a year, give us your money, sell your house, July 3rd weekend, they returned Signature Stones to a very reasonable price, which kind of shocked me because that did not follow the path of everything they've increased the price of in 2020. But of course, July 3rd weekend is once a year if you don't count, I guess, Cyber Weekend in November, but at least once every 6 months or so. So today is the first day we've seen since the July 3rd sales to get back to them resetting the expectations for the Signature Stone market. And that goes all the way down to 4 stars. Now, let me remind those of you who are maybe starting out and seeing this and you're tempted. Because when you get 20 generic Signature Stones, you're essentially taking the place of naturally duplicating your 4-star champion naturally in a crystal. We have seen for this price, once upon a time, back when Kabam wasn't trying to gouge people for 4-star 6 stones, a max 4-star Signature Stone, where you could use it on any 4-star and take that champion to max. But unfortunately, that is no longer the case. This is the now asking price, $10 to awaken a 4-star and have a small chance to maybe give that 4-star additional Signature Stones with the class-based crystals. 100,000 gold is the retail price of what you'd expect to get for $10 worth of purchases. This is, quite frankly, the kind of price and value I would expect for a 4-star in 2017. Maybe not even that, maybe 2016, but not 2020. Which means if you're giving us a 2016 or 2017 value offer in 2020, you are failing the contest. You are getting an F grade. Now we're moving to a $30 asking price to dupe your 5-star champion. And unfortunately, this remains the exact same pattern of value as the right side, even though we haven't got to the 6-star yet. Traditionally, they've done even worse with that and haven't even kept the value. 100,000 gold per $10, exact same. 5 plus 5 Signature Stone crystals are the class-based, exact same. And 20 generic 5-star Signature Stones. Let me just remind everybody that for $5 on Sundays of the regular, I know they're not featured, but the regular Cavalier Daily Special, the thing that I love and always rate at least a A-, even if you get a 3-star, you get 5 Signature Stones that are generics and then a crap ton of other bonus things. So, if you just bought 4 days of the Daily Cav Sunday offer, you would get 20 5-star Signature Stones plus a ton more value than this, and that's for $10 less than the asking price of today's offer. That's crazy, right? I mean, but that's the reality of the situation that we have right here. So I'm shaking my head at this, but this thing should be at most what I just said. It should be at most $20. But really, if you're going to say $20, you got to give more than 5 plus 5 5-star Signature Stone crystals that are class-based. There's just so little guaranteed value for $30. I mean, think about how much $30 can get you in the game or outside of the game. And that is not counting of course, if you're in a country that has a worse conversion rate for the dollar and or tax included in addition to this asking price as well. This makes me nervous, but let's, for the first time since July 3rd, scroll left and see what the 6-star asking price is. It is, unfortunately, the same ripoff we have seen time and time again in 2020. They used to give us what we thought was a crazy ripoff, which was 20 6-star signature stones for $100. They were basically saying, hey, if you want to up your prestige, if you want to pretend like you just duped your 6-star Aegon or your 6-star Doom, your 6-star Corvus, Domino, etc., that's a $100 value. Then they said, hold my beer. If you think that's bad, we're actually going to change the quote-unquote value of it. And now, if you were to do the math, to dupe a 6-star, which would be 20 6-star signature stones, that would take 4 of these. And I know it's limit 1, but if you were to do the math carried over, that's $200 asking price for the equivalent of just duping your 6-star champion once. Plus, of course, some gold. That's crazy. That's back to Scrooge McDuck, ultra greedy, shake my head and fist territory. All 3 of these offers get gigantic F minuses. This is such a price gouge. And I know that we've been doing this for months now, so we might have sort of become numb to it. But we're still in a freaking pandemic. We're still in a global economic meltdown where everybody is hurting from every country in some way. And so when you continue to offer things that just completely price gouge the community versus what we were expecting, say, in 2019, you're just really looking tone deaf, not only to people's economic situation, but just to the desperation that is these signature stones in general. But Kabam has made it clear. The Cavalier Crystals, the featured Cavalier Crystals, they have changed the economy of their unit store offers. They've made it so much easier to get a 5 or 6-star champion, and the uncollected glory changes, which is a great move in 2020, have made it easier to get rank up materials for 5 stars and even in some cases 6 stars. That signature stones are now where they make the most money. And so their marketing team has said, hey, if we want to keep our profits up, we have to, since the demand is so high, decrease the supply to the point that we're jacking this up 400% of the cost of what it was just 6 months ago. So there you have it, YouTube. Every one of these gets an F minus. I'm sure the whales will buy the 6-star signature stone bundle because $50 to them probably is nothing, but $50 is still a lot of money to the average person, and I highly recommend that you save it for something of much better value. Good luck to everybody in the boss rush today. I am hoping, I am praying, I am sending all good positive thoughts to the way of the Android summoners who are still not able to log into the game. It is not fair. Kabam likes to ignore your problems sometimes because it seems like there are just a lot more people who play on an iPhone, and that's maybe where they care about their money-wise, but there's probably a lot of Android people who also want to be tempted by signature stone bundles. So Kabam, if you want your whole player base to see your offers today, probably need to figure out how they can log in like they could 2 days ago or even yesterday. All right, thanks again for watching, YouTube. Have a good day. Good luck in today's new content.